Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel. After a stopover in Ruhr where we met Elisa's mother, the president of the Reinford Company, we finally caught the freight train to the North Highlands, arriving at Zender Gate and greeted by Gaius' sponsor, Lieutenant General Vander. We were then sent our way to Gaius' home settlement by way of horseback over the vast plains that his nomadic people reside in. We met his parents, Fatma and Lacan, enjoying their hospitality before waking to a new day and a new set of tasks. Right, new shoes for everyone, that's all cool. Let's keep checking out the town. Alright, some two people up here.
You have an orbital truck here?
Looks like an old model Reinford truck.
Yep. It was donated to the settlement a few years ago.
Not two people. Two horses. They're the ones I can ride by the look of it, though. Nope, maybe not. I just talk to them. Good horses. Make noises. Well, let's keep exploring. Got a well in the center. The kids are over there. Alright, up to settlement doctor's home or settlement lodging. Let's go to the lodging yet. Which we find no one within, because that's just our place for sleeping. That's fine by me. There's people over here. Our Khotan still can't ride a horse despite being 5 years old. That makes me feel rather worried. Even Lily can ride one well at her age. That's a fairly young age to expect someone to be able to ride a horse at. Being able to do so is essential to the people of Nord. I'm sure we'll be able to do so soon, though. Thank you, guys. Perhaps the special training is in order for our next relocation. The rumours about the people of Nord's proficiency of horses seem to have been true. Impressive. Well, the culture thing, they're kind of expected to have learned it, aren't they? Right, we've also got 4 people up there which aren't letting us through. Oh no, sheep, not people. Sheeple. Hey there, I take it you're all guys as friends. You managed to get a good night's sleep. You certainly did. I haven't said that one in a while. Good to hear. I was kind of worried you'd fill out a place here, to be honest. We've got ornament lights and trucks, but other than that, we basically live like people here did hundreds of years ago. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to have bothered you. At any rate, do feel free to make yourselves at home here. Thanks, we'll take you up on the offer. I look forward to making most of this unique experience. This is what schools should send people on, though. This is a character building trip. It's an interesting difference in everything they've experienced thus far. I like it. Right, shall I take up the Doctor's quest next? Where am I looking? Having a bit of a problem navigating, even though there's barely anything here. Daddy's medicine's the best. I helped him pick out the herbs for it too. He said I did a good job. Hi there, guys. I see your friends from the academy here too. Good to meet you all. I'm Emmett. This settlement's doctor of sorts. Sounds like a tough job. Even more so if he happens to be the only one here able to fill the position. Yeah, good point there, Eustace. He makes all sort of medicine for essentially everyone here in the settlement. We're all heavily indebted to him. Come on now, you will do far more for me than I do for you. That side, don't hesitate to just stop by again while you're staying here. I'll provide you with anything you're looking for. Thanks, this should be a big help. We rely on you should the need arise then. Well, that should be enough for introductions. If that's alright with you, can we move on to the topic of my request now? Of course. Allow me to explain them. I'm in the middle of whipping up some medicine for the horses here, you see. I'd like to collect a medicinal herb I need for that. Are the horses ill? Oh no, nothing like that. It's more of a vaccine to prevent a certain disease the horses here can catch. So it's an endemic disease then. Yeah. The chances of the disease spreading are always at the highest during the summer too, because of the intense heat. It's dangerous enough to be fatal if we leave it alone. That's awful. You can prevent it with the proper treatment, however, correct? Yes, which is why I need you to collect some Epona grass for me. Just look for some plants with yellow flowers in the southern region of the Highlands. You shouldn't have much of an issue finding it with guys around at least. In terms of how many I need, I think 5 should do it. Let me just note that down. Okay, got it. We should make haste then. We'll head out now, Emma. Thanks, and good luck. Turning over a new leaf has started. Can we get more than 5 for you? You find Epona grass in the southern region of the Highlands. Good luck. I was wondering if you also sold medicines, but obviously not. Right, so the only place we haven't checked out now would be the Elder's house, if I'm right in saying. You're the visitor, I take it. Wow, the scenery here is beyond beautiful. Thank Adios that I brought plenty of photo calls with me. I'm guessing he isn't from the settlement. Yeah, he's got to be another visitor. Oh, hey. You must be the students from Thors that I've heard about. That's correct. You don't seem to be any ordinary traveller yourself. Oh, sorry, I've got to introduce myself, didn't I? I'm Norton, a photographer for the Imperial Chronicle. I've been staying at Elder Ivan's house for a while now. Never thought I'd run into someone from the Imperial Chronicle all the way out here. I assume you're here on work-related business then? Yep. Well, that's part of it at least. I make it a point to visit places where I really want to take pictures whenever I can. What a weird coincidence you coming here at the same time as us. Perhaps the winds willed it so. That's a nice notion. Good luck with your field study. I'll be cheering for you guys. We appreciate it. We should get going then. Indeed we should. I know him. I'm really glad I came all the way out here. There's no way I would have gotten to experience the things that I have here otherwise. I gotta get why Nilsson preferred to work freelance now. Nilsson? Oh, I guess you guys wouldn't really know him. Nilsson's a freelance journalist I really look up to. In fact, it's thanks to his connections with Elder Ivan that I ended up coming here in the first place. Having seen his work firsthand, I can confidently say that he lives up to his reputation. He's a top-notch journalist. Nilsson? I've returned. Welcome back, guys. Allow me to welcome your school friends too. Welcome back indeed. I see you all got plenty of rest last night. Wasn't that hard after the warm welcome we received? We may not be here long, but we hope to learn much from the people of Nord. Aha! We're pleased to have you here. It's no tradition to treat our visitors like family, so please make yourself at home here. Oh yes, you'll also find a facility for ornament maintenance here. Please feel free to use it as much as you need. Nice that they've got it. Oh my, is that a machine over there perhaps? That's quite the surprise. Did someone come out here specifically to set this up? You'll see soon enough, I guess. You're welcome to come by should you need anything else. I'll be praying to the winds and Adios that you have a pleasant, comfortable stay. Thank you for your concern. We'll have to make the most of our field study after such a warm welcome. I like the resolution I see in your eyes. You've come across some good friends, guys. I can possibly agree more. And so this will conclude speaking with everyone here. You people of Nord believe that the power of the ancient spirits remains in this land. No spirits from the wind which guides our people. The megaliths found throughout this land are relics of the age of spirits. Oh, of course the legends make no mention of when exactly this age was. What an interesting story. The people of Nord live here in harmony with the wind. Life here may be a bit inconvenient for you all, but I'm confident that you will learn much from the experience. While we've left Lacan in charge of your field study, please feel free to come to us should you need anything. We can answer any questions you have regarding this land. Sounds good to me. Right, we can actually rest here too. Interesting. Right, so I can now make like level 2 of certain courses now, if I want them. Also spells like Hydro Cannon, it seems. I can make Tira, Mute Freeze, Flame Tongue now too. Flames are up the ground skewering enemies. These might be interesting things. Attack 2. What else we got? Spark Arrow, Move 2, Blind Sleep, Soul, Blood Demon, Scythe, Chrono Drive, Chrono Break. Slows down the flow time for targeted enemies. That's kind of cool. It adds delay and it's minus speed. Action 2 can be made for extra speed. Impede 1. Which we've already got one of those on. Dark Matter. Shining. Grants insight stats for 4 turns. Fortuna. Lots of new abilities have kind of popped up here, haven't they? I haven't made a Saintly Force yet, have I? It's kind of cool. Maybe I should think about it. But really, we need to unlock some more slots first. Okay! So, North Island North is that way. We want to go south. Where's the Ors? Because we need to also get some more Sepith. Some Mira. Let me on! Let me on! I need to jump on ye. Right on to the southern region of the Highlands, we shall indeed. Well, here is our world. Here is our adventure. Okay, let's get started. Alright, let's ride. Press the O button to dismount from the horse. In order to mount it again, approach it and press the X button. You can also mount your horse from the navigation menu by pressing the triangle button. Use this when you're unsure where it is. In order to enter combat with monsters, simply run into them on the horse or approach them and press the X button. Oh, can I just run into the horse or approach them and press the X button? You mean like when I'm on the ground? That's fine too.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes the diff. Look at the monsters. Recognizable.
Now's our chance.
I guess we should
My
detect
turn.
them, eh? Grasshopper times 3. Well, let's first of all
There!
get some damage down.
Right.
We'll have someone ready to do the rest of that in a little bit. Oh, we haven't got any links at the moment, have we? So who should I link up with? Well, that's the strongest leap there.
Fire. Yeah.
So that's cool. Let's get a detector on the biggest one.
Analyzing the enemy's vitals.
Oh, I should have linked first again. Not that I
I've got
can
it.
stagger at the moment anyway, so it's fine. Red beast flesh. And balance is pretty much weak to everything. Relatively docile monster that subsists off grass. Or so you think, until it kicks sand in your face. So it's going to blind me.
It's my turn.
I forgot about that side of things, didn't I? Well, we're definitely going to get a brush with that.
I'll help. I
Even
can
the
do
extra
this.
strength there didn't really seem to do all that much.
Here we go!
Let's take that one on. Rean
Now's
this
a
one a
chance.
little bit.
I've got you.
All right.
So do I want to go for you or you this time?
There. Now.
I'll help.
It just seems that guy over there is super defensive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Even got 0 arts now. Dawn Sphere won't hit both anyway. So that's kind of useless. We've got enough bravery points to get a super combo on.
Here we go!
Let's finish this up.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Oh, the blue light seems to be taking part. I guess we have woken up really early. Does that mean we're going to get tasks after lunch too? To make up for the kind of
Right.
two-parter?
That should suffice.
I think it does, you know. So I can mount the horse from this menu? I thought that's what it said. Obviously not. Where my horsey?
Let us ride on. I figured there'd be monsters around. Be careful, everyone.
We want the yellow flowers, don't we? So I guess in that sense, it makes sense to complete sense to dismount. Oh, could this be? You got it. This is a ponograss. Oh, it's lovely. I assume we could just pull the entire thing out. Yeah, we just have to be careful not to damage it. Yeah, allow me. Guys, carefully pull out the Aponograss. Received Aponograss, times 1. Well then, that's 1 down. Only 4 remain. Let's get back to searching them. I wonder if they show up on the map. Pretty much. As you can see. They're very specific locations as well. Ah! Can't catch me. I was wondering if you're going to follow me forever.
There.
So they're not weak to pierce.
Now's our chance.
Only a double advantage.
I can do this.
Winged snakes. Or maybe they are.
Go.
Maybe they are.
Rean.
Leave it to me!
There.
That's the whole group.
Go!
That was good damage. Though not really as much as I would have expected. I can get all 3 with an autumn leaf cutter. No one balances.
Leave it to me.
Right. Ah, it's because there's a different thing, so it would be yeah. Sorry. Different Pierce. You're something else. Whatever.
Okay.
Brains. So who was one with the highest HP at the moment? You,
Analyzing the
Snake?
enemy's vitals.
So what are we up to?
Complete.
A winged snake that flies around on Nord Highlands. The people in Nord fear the poison in its fang. It's weak to water immensely.
Right.
Well, you're definitely going to break that guy. In fact, you're definitely going to break everyone. Can we just finish this one off?
Here we go!
It's my turn.
Let's get you with an overkill. And then work on the remainder. Building up those bravery points.
Nicely done, Elisa.
Same to you. That was great.
High five. Very slow. Very slow and painstaking high five. Well, our other quest to pick up is all the way over at the fort.
Let us ride on.
Here!
Well, let's ride past these for the starter. Let's go get the... Oh, we can see the treasure chests as well on the map, because of course we can. So we want to get them too, but one of the other opponent grasses this way. Is that a monster chest? Let's put in monster chest. Well, that the opponent grass? Yeah, why not? Why would we not? We want to gather it.
Let us ride on.
Alright, one monster down there, and a monster chest that you can even see well clearly.
Oh, that's a beautiful looking treasure chest.
There!
It's anything but beautiful. It's terror
Now's our
incarnate.
chance.
Alright, we have CP for everyone though. So we have an S break for Gaius and an S break for Rean. So with that in mind, we should be good no matter what.
Here we go!
All right.
Alright, keep attacking that one target.
There!
There's a reason for it.
Okay,
We've got a critical here, so this will cause an imbalance.
this is it.
Here!
It's my
And
turn.
0 arc to finish off. You are weak to fire, are you?
Huh?
Not enough!
Here we go!
You need to work better on that there, Alyssa.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
I need the Sepith. Give me more.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Yes, it is a treasure chest. It's just an incredibly dangerous treasure chest. One that we should always save for at this point. You never know what might be in there once we step into the hell. But we can hope to delay it. That's for sure. Especially because a lot of people aren't even leveled higher than 21 and these monsters level 24.
Bring it on! Go!
What? A rhino cider. That's massive. I'm just wondering if I should just S-craft the hell out of this at the moment. We're gonna need to knock down some of the small guys. Everything here is like level 24 or 26. We've got an enemy here that we've never seen, the Thunder Loach. And that's what I call worrying. It's weak to earth though. Maybe I could just get an art off first of all. Bit worried by certain things here. Really worried. Good, it missed. Did it actually hit anything? It did. Alright, we want to hit the biggest group of enemies we can. Which is weirdly enough, not going to hit 3 there. Is that going to hit the boss too? I think it does. Because we see its HP.
Flames, gather
Let's
on
take
my
out a
way.
group of 3 over here. That more or less wiped out most of our enemies at that point, so we're still good. I thought you were on 0 hearts. I mean, you're not going to end up on 0 hearts, but we could get you there? I don't know. And we also want to stop them being on 0 hearts. You know what I mean? Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's really good.
Arcus activate. Ha!
That moves you onto 0 hearts, and you've got some bigger spells.
Yeah.
Right, with that done, we'll try out your Calamity Hawk and wipe him out. Well, that Rhinoceros was wiped out.
We should hurry.
I didn't even scan it. I probably should have. We just wiped it out ridiculously and made sure it couldn't hurt me because people were a bit lower level. We didn't even get hit, I don't think. We got Defense 1 and Red Beast Flesh. And lovely Sephiroth
Making
Mirror.
progress.
Nice.
Good job. Should have scanned it. A Suzaku. What is that? From the monster chest. Suzaku. Right. Attack, craft, conceal, or burn enemies. So it's basically that. I'll put that on then. Gives me an upgraded option, and I'm guessing it actually gave me some extra attack as well, right? No, it didn't actually. Just 2 choices instead of 1. Well, that's 1 monster down.
Let us ride on.
Big guy in big chest. Right, let's go. Well, I want to go to Zender Gate. And there's all these locations around too. Let's go over there and then go to that yellow Epona herb. I don't know where to go really. Let's go to Zender Gate and get the other quest. Yeah, let's go there. Then I can continue exploring once I know where the big monster I need to kill is. As if a big monster doesn't swoop down from the sky and try to get me. The other thing is I also need to build up some more of my... there's a new enemy over there. We can fight him too, of course. I need to detect you, so I'm going to pull you until you return around. Missed. I thought you stopped there.
There. Now's our chance. Let's get him.
What are these guys then? Well, Rean's going to end up on a critical, so he's going to mess up some people. It's a brutal infant. Why is it so brutal?
Fire!
Go.
Well, if we're getting a critical here,
Now's our
I
chance.
don't want to use rush.
I've got you.
Pretty much dead, you know, because finishing blow.
It's my turn. They're open.
I'm use rush because it's only 1 and it's dead again.
Yeah. Analyzing the enemy's vitals.
They're baby rhinoceros.
All
They may be.
complete.
An infant buffalo monster gains the ability to move freely within hours of birth, joining the herd on its own. Gets red beast flesh,
I can
but
do
is
this.
mainly weak to certain Gaius.
Go.
Is that why they use spears on the plains? Because it just turned out to be the better weapon choice?
I've got you.
Nicely done, Elisa.
I'll always
Thank
get my
you,
unscathed
that
bonus,
was
thank
great.
you. This is about to level up. That's 3 different enemy types to scan on the
Let
plains.
us ride on.
Alright, so I want to go this way, that way to get there, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, can I check this thing out now? No, you're not telling me anything? You're just a landmark
Let
or a
us
kind of
ride on.
halfway point? I don't know. Well, that enemy looks interesting.
Let us ride on.
You'll never catch me. I'm on a horse now. It's all good. Alright, well there's a pony grass over there and there's a treasure chest, so let's just nip into that anyway. Is that another monster chest? You're kidding me, right? That's a red chest.
Oh, that's a beautiful looking treasure chest.
A chrono drive was found in that chest. Right, well, let's check out Orbment again then. It's definitely one with the bonus to it. Wait, when did I not fill you up? Where did your stuff go? When did I not fill you with stuff? Oops. You have a chrono drive. Sure. So that gives us the area skill for speed up, movement up. That's not bad. Speed +3 on her as well, so she'll be able to act faster. Right, you've got Dragon's Vein, right? You've got Dragon's Vein, so we don't need Septium Vein. Oops. Failed a bit there. Earth Bell, House Delay of choosing Earth Arts. Don't need that. Just get Tira just in case. And Demonic Scythe for your big crazy attack when things go on. Then we've got the Information Gem that's on no one at the moment. And Information only actually works for her, so I don't think Information's as good in this. Get Demonic Scythe so you can nuke them with crazy abilities when we need you to. Oh yeah, the opponent stuff. Alright, that's free, right? Seems like there's more on the field as well, so maybe if we get and gather all for the guy, we might get some extra AP. We can only hope. But she's allowed to consider treasure chests beautiful. Don't mock her in the chat. Maybe she just admires the construction of certain treasure chests, right? Literally because I wanted to get her those slots. I didn't fill out the ornament slots for her. Tyrrell Bomb.
Let us ride on.
Yeah!
At least we're nice to the horse and don't send it straight forward. So let's pick up our Kill Big Monster quest. The only problem I have with riding a horse is that it's not making me want to stop and fight monsters.
Well, here we are.
Let's go meet with the Lieutenant General.
Indeed we shall. Hi, hello. Allow me to welcome you all to Zender Gate. Although seeing as how you all passed through yesterday, I could probably skip the introductions, yeah? Lieutenant General Vander is currently inside, so you have business with him and use the door at the top of the stairs. Oh, it's not like I have business. Well, I do have business, actually. I've got that quest to pick up. Hello, Zender Gate. Welcome to Zender Gate. My name is Ogrim, and I'm in charge of who can and can't pass through here. You are not to enter any classified areas without my permission, understood? Yes, sir. Well said. You'll find the best hall in the right wing and the barracks on the left. Lieutenant General Vander's office can be found in the left wing too. I recommend you pay him a visit. Now we check the food place first. In case we can get any recipes. Mess hall. There's a lot of people there. Ah, okay. You've got the weapons as well, or you're an ornament thing, which means of course we can customize weapons too. Apart from that, let's exchange. That's the one. Because we got some more Sepith Mass. That's our true money. I was like, haven't you exchanged yet? Right, apart from that, we could probably customize the weapons we've managed to get, or at least one of them. So, what one should I do? Yeah, we have enough new material for the Lever Staff, which would add ATS. Or do we want to do the Gladiator Spear, which adds range and a bit more strength? Something tells me I might want to just do ATS, just in case I want to spang out any big spells. Let's do the Stellar Oak first of all. Because that'll help my healing too, right? Alright, so we got that one done. There's nothing else to buy by the look of it. In terms of slots, can I unlock another one for you now? Nope. Still not. A little bit more to go and we'll be able to unlock 2, really. Oh, there's another visitor from Thors. Welcome to Zender Gate, everyone. I see you've already got started with your field study. How's that coming along? Well, it's taken some time to get used to the Highlands. Other than that, things are progressing fine. Fortunately, we have guides to guide us, but I mean, thought of trying to travel through the Highlands on foot is terrifying. That's the exact same thought we all had when we first came here. There's a lot of things you can only learn in a vast area like this, though. Try and make the most of your time here. Thank you. We'll do just that. The North Highlands aren't an especially important area for the military. While Calvert also has its own base set up here, it's more of a battle of wills than anything. You won't run into any soldiers from Calvert as long as you stay in your designated field study area. Just focus on completing your field study. Will do. The one drawback of this place from a military standpoint is that it's beyond peaceful. We have to constantly schedule various training sessions for the soldiers, otherwise they'll lose their edge. Should we make them do a climbing marathon to the Watchtower this time? Add some traps along the way to make things more intense for them. Yes, sir. Okay. It's a bit hardcore. A little bit. I actually talked to the guy in there. I think I just ignored him. Toma took me down to the settlement a while back. It was so fun. His mum always cooks the best food, and his little sisters are really cute to boot. He promised to take me back there again, but first I need to figure out how to make Dad stop complaining about me going there. Oh? What's up, Dad? Hey, take a good look at my daughter. She's adorable, right? Any boy even thinks trying to make a move on her, though, will have to answer my fist. That Toma in particular is really asking for it. She always looks so happy whenever he invites her out. When my worst fears are true, and she really does have feelings for him. Dad, you better not be freaking out the customers again. Anyway, I'm not going to let just anyone have my little girl, got it? Sure. Why are you so busy about it? Oh, I guess I'll give you my part here and pitch you your field study. Sean and I came up with a recipe for an incredibly delicious pizza churn that time here, you see. It's so good that we make it to a nomad from time to time, so here, let me share it with you. Fine with me. That's some crispy pizza. It's not what I wanted to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about the fact that I'm Big Brother Gaius right here, and you're getting in the way of my other brother. Other brother? Only brother. I leave Toma in charge of taking goods back to Salmon these days. It's a reliable kid, I'll give him that. But that's not good enough. I won't be handing my little girl over there easily. Okay then, good for you. You can also sell a special pizza. Right, can I cook this pizza? Pizza. I do have the ingredients for it. I only have one crisp onion. Right, we could try to make the worst. Oh, wait. Rean's really good at crispy pizza? That's interesting. Shall I make the worst pizza ever first?
Alright, let's get started.
It's the more interesting of the pizzas.
What is this?
It's a mirror pizza. It restores 50 EP and gives magic reflect? Ooh. I do wonder how you made mirror out of pizza though, but still. Okay. While there may be many famous people in the military, Lieutenant General Vander remains our greatest tactician. His skills allow him to pull through the most treacherous of situations while ensuring that his men return home alive. That man has an indomitable spirit. Of course, those of us within his division are required to undergo heavy training just to be able to keep up. Tyler promised to take me over to the settlement again one day. Oh, I really need to think of a way to get Dad to stop complaining. Oh, he's saying that again. It's only him that had multiple dialogues. There's Major Leal and Warrant Officer Samai entering the operations room over there, coffee in hand. Those two really are nuts about that training. I was just in the 3rd Armored Division, used to it, but I can picture the look of horror on the others' faces already. The horror of super training. And we got a recipe, so I'm happy with that. Right, let's go to General Vander. And then, really, we need to complete our optional quest. The 3rd Armored Division was stationed here about a year ago. We used to be stationed in the Sutherland Province, which meant we were stuck dealing with that incident in La Belle. Huh, I prefer it here by far. It's much more peaceful. That's still, I'm gotten used to the cold, though. Incident A. Good day, everyone. This is Lieutenant General Vander's office. You've been granted permission to enter whenever you want. Right now? Thank you for coming. Haha, looks like you were able to get a good night's rest after your long journey. Yes, we were. Thank you for your concern, sir. And thank you again for preparing those horses for us yesterday. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule for us. Oh, no need to thank me. There's the least I could do to welcome Gaius back to his homeland. Thank you very much. I wouldn't have been able to enroll in the academy if not for your recommendation. I'm truly grateful. Really? It did seem like the two of you were no strangers. I can hardly imagine the circumstances that would give cause for a nomad to meet an Imperial officer. It does boggle the mind, doesn't it? But actually I owe a great debt to Gaius. He saved my life. Seriously? We first met around a year ago, back when I took up my post here at Zender Gate. While out on an inspection on the Highlands, I found myself surrounded by a pack of wolf-like beasts. Then out of nowhere, young Gaius comes galloping in, spear in hand, to pull my ass out of the fire. What a way to meet! It was like a textbook definition of acting without thinking. No, you should be proud of yourself. There I was on the defensive, cautiously gauging my best course of action, when Gaius barreled into the fray all alone and fought off the lot of them. And this was a year ago, back when he was just 16. Unbelievable. That sounds just well enough to be a true Gaius story. Anyway, that's how the Lieutenant General and I first became acquainted. He's the one who wrote me the recommendation that allowed me to enroll in the academy. I saw a lot of potential in you. Figured it'd be a shame if you were never given the chance to realize it. I'm glad to see you again, Gaius. As am I. Anyway, let's move along to business. Are you ready for me to explain what I'd like you to do? Ready when you are, sir. There's something about hunting down a dangerous monster that's been sighted around here, right? Indeed, it's a ferocious beast, and a dangerous one. I've had reports coming in of people being attacked on the way across the Highlands. Does sound like the kind of problem that's best not ignored. Is it possible to send the army after it? My first thought was to do exactly that. Unfortunately, it never stays in any one place for too long. As such, we were initially unable to pinpoint a specific location where we could mount an operation against it. When you consider how vast the plains are, hunting a target that's constantly moving isn't an easy task. You said initially, though, so does that mean... Sharp thinking, Miss Milstein. Several days ago, we managed to discover at least one of its haunts. And rather than draw up plans for an operation, I was informed you'd be paying us a visit. Figuring a good battle might be just the right kind of mission for your field study. Ah, so that's how it happened. Would you mind telling us where we can find the monster, sir? We tracked it to the basin that lies northeast of Zender Gate. Though it's always on the move, it appears to linger in that area during this time of day. I'd like to ask you to head there right away and exterminate it for us. Understood? Leave everything to us. We won't let you down. Excellent. I'm counting on you then. The basin shouldn't be too far on horseback. Take care. Understood, sir. Alright, we're looking for a basin east-northeast of here. Let's get going then. Return to Zender has been started. We've got all the quests. We're looking good. You'll find the monster in a basin east-northeast. No more talking though? Thank you. We'll make our way over there as soon as possible. Well, yeah, we've got the delivery to make first of all. So now that ends up first on our priority list now that we've checked out this place. Now that we've got the goodies here. I spoke to you. The 3rd Armored Division was stationed here about a year. We should be stationed in the Sutherland province, which meant we were stuck to... Oh, you said that. God. Stop telling me stuff. Let's get out of here. We've got a recipe. We can make crispy pizza now. And my horse is waiting for me. Has my horse changed colour?
Let us ride on.
Ah, that's why. Yes, it did change colour. Alright, so our enemy is that red dot, obviously. So let's dodge it for now. Let's head round to that chest on the left, get one more Epona thing, and then head straight over to Imperial Army Watchtower. How about that? Yeah! Yeah! Oh. Say again. No. Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah!
Zemus? That is Elisa saying it, though. That's not, even though it was Emma, technically the character in control. Alright, one more Epona grass here. We'll fight that enemy next to it as well, because we need to keep gathering experience whenever we can. Seems the enemies aren't really interested in me so much when I'm on horseback, so I can use it as a kind of pseudo-haze.
It's my turn.
Right, Thunderloach. We need to scan that at some point.
Fire!
Good Pierce. I should have all 3.
My turn.
Right, now I need to accidentally not kill the thing before Detector comes out, which won't be too hard.
Yeah. Analyzing the enemy's vitals.
Our enemy is here.
I've got it.
An infant fish capable of producing electricity with its feelers. It may be young, but it's still deadly. They
Leave
drop
it to
new
me.
material.
Time is precious. We should
If we're
hurry.
lucky. Alright, Alyssa leveled up.
Nicely done.
You want to get any new abilities? That's fine by me. Or an S break, maybe? I wonder why it took you to come back home to be able to get... Oh, here we go. Okay, we'll leave that treasure chest until we've got enough CP again. We'll just have to remember that one. Right, we haven't fought Weird Birdo. I'm sure you're going to turn around as soon as I dismount. I knew it!
Yeah.
All right.
What? They got me in a surprise.
To rebuild our formation.
Oh no! This will kill everyone. That'd be funny. Oh my god, it nearly did.
My turn.
We need to flee.
Retreat.
Only 30% chance of fleeing. We've got 2 petrified people. Oh my goodness. We're screwed. Okay, how did I end up in this terrible situation? That is a question in of itself. Oof. Big oof. how are we going to save ourselves from this? Well, we've got 2 specials currently. So we can S-brake to kind of beat some of these ostriches. Only 30% chance to run is ridiculous. Alright, we obviously need to cure the other guys. I don't have anything to really do that. Okay. Cures Petrify Luxury Tea, heals massively as well.
Delicious.
Not bad.
My turn.
Alright, in terms of other stuff we can do. ADF down, impede, delay, attack 1. Crystal Saber, you got your S-craft ready, so we can S-brake to try and knock some guys down. Area large, which is good. Should I just nuke that out there? And I'm amazed I can't get the other one as well. I kind of want to get the fish because it's next to go.
You're in the shore. Crystal Saber.
Okay.
Only got 1. Okay, that's terrible. Alright, we are ready. We are still able to go. Mercuria's probably not going to help me too much on this. Tira's not going to come out before everyone does their crazy crap. Cures Care, heals now with Calm the Moon, HP, CP plus 20%. And we can Ethereal Edge these guys maybe, but they still got tons of HP. What I should do is actually probably literally just move me out of here. Obviously I should make a link as well. But as long as one of us is free, we can Mercuria afterwards. The other thing I can do, of course, is literally try to take out several of the opposition.
On my blade.
Got myself in a crap situation. Bailed myself a little bit. He'll die. Eustace is down.
Impossible.
But the real problem is the annoying other stuff. Oh, man.
Hear me.
They're so nasty with their
I
attacks
suppose I
as
should
well.
thank you.
Well, that's you down again, isn't it? They hate Eustace. That's what we've learned. One of them's pretty much dead, though. So what we're going to have to do is just quickly charge through. Let's use Autumn Leaf Cutter as well.
There.
He'll put a little bit of delay on the other target. Alyssa is still
It's
a
my
stone. Well, we only have 1 target left again.
I suppose I should thank you.
You should! Poor Eustace, man.
Here we go.
Alright, we are evening out a little bit. We've still got Petrified Alyssa. We burned that guy, that's not bad. Petrified Alyssa. I'm glad we had that super petrified cure.
Thanks.
We're all free!
Yeah.
Free from the demon. Alright, Alyssa has CP, so that's good. Right, I'm going to use a detector.
Analyzing the enemy's vitals.
Alyssa's going to get the heal off on Eustace before any of the bad
complete.
stuff. Strange bird that races around on non-paved plain. Its breath allows it to petrify its prey. Yes,
I
we
won't
found
lose
that
like
out.
this.
Let's use this to impede.
Go!
Right.
Alright, Blessed Arrow. Alright, you're full HP, so we need to just hit it on you two.
Hang in there.
Thanks.
I suppose I should thank you.
We are much better off than we were 2 seconds ago. I missed. It countered. Terrible. If it petrifies anyone again, that would be terrible.
I can do this.
We're okay. We've stabilized. We're good. Kind of want to get a Tira off here. Well, no, I need the AoE heal. We've got breath on thingamabobs, so... Something tells me I might kill this guy before then, though. Yep.
Go!
Nope, still alive.
You're dead.
I'll finish you blow.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
You're not half bad yourself.
Well, if I don't get myself in an absolute crapstorm like I just did... Lucky.
That should suffice.
Man, those guys had HP. That was crazy. Right, we are a bit lower on the overall scale of the HP. Let's use a breath. Just to heal up a little bit. And get back on our horse after that terrible encounter.
Let us ride on.
At least I got the guy scanned, I guess. Is that a different kind of bird? It looks different colouring to me. That was terrifyingness. Look at all that up there. That's what I want to go check out. We'll come back for those treasure chests. Imperial Army Watchtower, that's where we're going. Oh. Well, I need to get more CP. I need to regain that CP. Sucks to be back attacked. Can't believe I got it, but then I didn't expect him to turn around the way. Ah, Rhino Cider! Well, I need to scan one of them, so at least I know I can. They just spawn out in the wild by the look of it, so that's all good. Alright, Watchtower, let's make our delivery. But there is one monster standing in our way. Oh, we're supposed to go up there.
Steady.
Who broke the thing over here?
Yeah.
Is this the way to the watchtower?
Yeah, just keep heading along this path.
Who broke this? Let me break in my stuff. I'm saving just in case that monster's some kind of boss monster again. I'm low. But hopefully I won't, of course, start in such a terrible state of AoE enemies all next to me, ready to destroy me. Because that's really what went wrong, you know? That's pretty much what went wrong there. Just a bit.
Let us ride on. Yeah.
That's just a standard pig monster. Capybara kind of looking guy. No, you're gonna let me back attack you. This is the rules.
I've got this.
Right.
I need to build up some CP, so I may as well get a couple of hits on you guys. Oh, 0 hearts to start off with criticals following up for everyone else. It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? One down.
It's my turn. Now.
This will even build up my bravery points again, to be honest.
This is it for you. Yeah.
Finishing blow on top of that.
Here. This is it.
Here.
We could have got a rush, but it just pays to like wait a little bit more and get a bit more CP.
I go where the wind takes me.
Alright, nearly got an S break there. Even got some milk from them.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah! Alright, to the Imperial Army Watchtower. We're checking out everywhere this route. This is the Imperial Army's Watchtower. It seems like they've got the bare minimum in terms of facilities and armaments. Still, doesn't have that imposing look you'd expect from a military base. Though the atmosphere doesn't seem especially tense. The building itself appears relatively new as well. Oh yeah, it was only built around 3 years ago. Bare minimum or not, it still looks kind of out of place here on the Highlands. Anyway, let's get a better look inside. Still on the horse, are we? Well, let's dismount and talk to the people. Found this book in one of the boxes I was moving earlier. Seems a shame to just toss it. Why don't you take it? Red Moon Rose, Chapter 6. Of course we get that now. Nothing unusual on the Republican front. Oh, you must be the students we were told to expect. Sure there's plenty around here you're curious about, but try to stay out of our way. I'm here to deliver something to someone. Who's it to? Oh, over here. So we're not allowed actually in. Oh, man. I'm bored. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to be Zats, would you? One and only. Hey, you're those students from Thors who are on the field study or something, right? So what can I help you with? Actually, we came in to bring you something from the settlement. No, something from Kilt then, right? Please tell me it is. Looks like we can't wait to get his hands on what we've got. He must have really been looking forward to it. Yeah, you can say that. Kilt's presents are just about the only thing we have to look forward to out here. Thanks a bunch for bringing it. Handed over the food parcel. Oh, I've waited for this. Thanks again. Oh yeah, since you've come all the way out here, how about I show you the view from up top? Might be useful for that field study of yours. Really? Yeah, sounds great. You sure we're allowed? Haha, no problem. Besides, Lieutenant General Zex said to do what we could to make your stay a good one. Yeah, I'll show you the way. Well, thanks. Let's get a view. So that's the Republican Army's base. That's the one, though as you can tell it's not exactly a massive outpost. For one thing, the bulk of their forces is made up of tanks. Tanks are too hot out here on the Highland terrain. That's true. And yet they build a base up here anyway, just to keep up appearances. It's like a staring match between two stubborn children. Useless? Yeah, it's pretty spot on. Still, lately we've had airships from both armies cruising around here, so we can't let our guard down too much either. Still, if you ask me, the chance of anyone starting a war in a place like this is pretty near zero. Anyway, relax and enjoy the view while you're here. Chances like this don't come along every day, after all. Thanks for showing us the way. We're grateful for the opportunity. Glad to hear it. Oh yeah, would you mind giving this to Kilt when you get back to the settlement? The Erebonian wine. Oh, what might this be? Oh, just a little something for me for sharing her things with us. I feel kind of bad if I didn't at least try and give her something in return. I understand. I'll be sure to pass it along for you. Thanks. Alright, Kilt's quest's done. Or, well, we still gotta get back to Kilt. Thanks for delivering us that stuff from Kilt. Make sure that wine gets to her, okay? Sure we will. Alright then. We've even got a story to read, but do I read it now?
Let's go!
This is my question in of itself. Can't we just drink the wine ourselves? I do wonder. We don't want to be that guy though, do we? We don't want to just zoink it all. I don't think I'll report the other one though until I go into there. This is a nice time, a nice music to read a little bit of Red Moon Rose by to end our session for today. What do you reckon? Even though he goes into the wrong menu yet again. How long is it? 26 pages. To see us off, let's read Chapter 6. The Bloodstained Rose. The city of Heimdall was deathly silent. During the day, word had been spread through the rout populace from the Garrod team regarding the culprit behind the vampire murders. Knowing specific details about the perpetrator instilled an even greater sense of fear into the people of the city, making them even more wary of stepping out of their homes at night. That the streets would be empty was an inevitability, and yet on one dark avenue in the city, a petite woman walked alone, as if to defy all of that. She wore a plain, undecorated dress, and from all appearances belonged to the middle classes. She walked quite quickly, the sound of her shoes against the ground echoing loudly in the empty streets. Her arms were wrapped tightly around her chest, almost as if embracing herself. She was hunched forward, clearly afraid of something. Of course, it was perfectly natural for her to be afraid, considering the majority of the victims of the city's serial murderer were young women like herself. She looked around restlessly, carefully surveying her surroundings for signs of danger before disappearing down a dark alleyway. The faint moonlight illuminated her profile as she turned in the corner and cast a long shadow behind her, which slowly and silently began to enlarge. Gradually, the silhouette extended upwards, the inky depths taking the shape of a man. It loomed behind her. The figure was swathed all in black, with the top half of its face covered. The bottom half remained exposed, revealing a wicked grin and sharp, pointed fangs. It was a vampire, a creature of legend. It stood silently behind the woman, very much real despite its supposed mythological standing. From the sable folds of the cloak swaddling its body, it slowly extended a pale hand. The fingers stretched forward. Sharp, pointed nails gently swept aside the woman's shoulder-length blonde hair. The tips brushed the back of her neck almost caressingly. The second they did, though, it seemed to sense that something was wrong. Its prey was behaving oddly. He hadn't expected the frail creature before it to put up the slightest resistance. She'd have frozen at its touch or given in to despair, having no choice but to succumb to the inevitable and have her blood drained. What it felt from her instead, however, was defiance and danger. This woman was no prey. Hunter had met hunter. The creature tensed, ready to leap backwards. Too late, it realized another threat radiated from directly beside it. There was no avoiding it. The sound of paving stones cracking resounded in the still night, and its outstretched right arm was suddenly shredded by numerous sharp objects. The vampire let out an involuntary hiss of pain as a wave of silver blades arced through air and flesh, one after another, but the attack wasn't over. The vampire sensed danger from below too, and the blades which impelled into the ground suddenly arced upwards with alarming speed, as if retracing their path through the air. Just as the blades were about to sever its right arm from its body once and for all, it was able to jump out of their way. Clutching its mangled limb, the vampire edged further back to put distance between itself and the woman. It watched balefully with narrowed eyes as the razor-sharp segments that pierced soared back over to the bladeless handle in the woman's hand. Once she had drawn it, it didn't know. Connected by sturdy steel wires, the segments interlocked one by one, eventually forming a complete blade known as a Templar sword. She swung it, shaking the blood from its surface. Every last trace of the weakness she had shown earlier when hurrying through the night was gone. She turned around finally, revealing the dignified, expressionless face that had lain on the other side of the sleek blonde curtain of hair. It was the vampire hunter Rose. "So you were trying to lure me out, were you?" the vampire sneered. "Such cunning." His words were sharp, but the delivery fell somewhat tremulously on the rough cobblestones of the empty alley. "You flatter me," Rose said. Her Templar sword still raised in her right hand, she put her left hand into her pocket and pulled out an unbelievably large caliber pistol, greater in size than those used in the army. She aimed it at the vampire's forehead and pulled the trigger without a moment's hesitation. The gunpowder flash illuminated the alleyway briefly, and a single blessed silver bullet flew from the muzzle with merciless intent. Such was the force of the discharge that an ordinary person's shoulder would have been dislocated, but Rose didn't so much as twitch. The vampire moved with liquid speed, dodging the projectile just in time and slipping behind Rose, not the slightest perturbed by its change in direction. Rose moved as well and kept the pistol focused on the creature, tracking the vampire's every movement. "You're quite adept at fleeing, if nothing else," she said coolly. "Would you prefer I did something like this then?" the vampire asked. As it spoke, it fluttered the black garments it was draped in, and they began to expand, the folds stretching to impossible size before her eyes. Pitiful moans echoed in the dark depths. Rose watched with narrowed eyes as a number of ghouls crawled out from within, as if emerging from thin air. 5, 6, 7. Eventually, she counted 10 in all. It hadn't even been 24 hours since their previous battle. The vampire couldn't possibly have attacked that many people in that time. Rose's mouth tightened. "I see, and here we believe the reported murders to be the only victims, but that wasn't the case at all. You were abducting others who had no living relatives to notice that they were gone, and keeping them locked up somewhere, weren't you?" "Precisely. With a vampire hunter on the loose, I had to make sure I had some food in reserve. I'd rather not run the risk of going hungry, you see." "The very thought makes me feel physically ill," Rose replied quietly. With a vicious yank, she tore the dress she had worn as a disguise from her body. Underneath it, sturdy leather clothes designed with mobility in mind were revealed. Attached to them were numerous belts holding large guns, knives, and other anti-vampire weaponry in place. It was clear at a glance that she was well prepared for battle. The sight of Rose's arsenal coaxed a sickly smile from the vampire. "Go forth, my minions," and with a wave of its pallid hand, the ghouls leaped forward. "Where are you, Rose?" Alphonse shouted between pants as he ran back and forth across the city, desperately searching for her. Try as he might, though, he could find no sign of the blonde woman. Even his fellow soldiers patrolling the streets had seen nothing. Alphonse had a very specific reason for pursuing this case, and he didn't intend to lose this opportunity to put the past behind him. That was what led him to propose that he and Rose work together. A proposal which she had accepted, and despite all of that, she was trying to fight the vampire all on her own. It was too risky even for her. His mind was full of worry for her, and that fear conjured forth the image of his parents' dead bodies. Never again! He never wanted to see a sight like that again. Wishing over and over again that Rose was still alright, he raced on. And it was then that he heard a sound that caught his attention. The clash of battle. As soon as the noise reached his ears, he quickly surveyed his surroundings. The source seemed to be an alleyway nearby. Without a thought spared for his own safety, he charged into the alleyway. There, an unbelievable sight met his eyes. 2 ghouls lunged at her. Sheathing a Templar sword into his scabbard, Rose drew a second large pistol in its place. The ghouls swung their fists and ragged nails toward her with an inhuman power, but she dodged them gracefully. As she spun out of their range, she aimed one pistol at each ghoul's forehead and pulled the trigger simultaneously. Flesh and bone were obliterated instantly. The sheer force of the blast and the mangled remains somersaulting backwards through the air. The move left Rose slightly unbalanced, and as if seeking to take advantage of that, 3 more ghouls flew at her from outside her field of vision. The mere sound of their movement was enough to alert her, however. Without even turning to face them, she sent 2 more bullets through the heads of the 2 ghouls charging her from the sides. The 3rd ghoul's mouth distended, seeking to crush Rose's skull with its teeth, but she danced out of reach, holstering the pistols. Fluidly, she then flipped back through the air, drawing her Templar sword at the same time slicing the lower half of the ghoul's body from the upper half in one swift stroke. She landed gracefully and kicked the ghoul she had just cut in half out of the way without even waiting for its body to hit the ground. 2 more ghouls approached from the fringes, but without waiting for them to draw closer this time, she swung her blade horizontally through the air. It split into pieces, and the countless segmented parts pierced the ghouls' necks. Their heads dropped to the ground like fruit falling from a tree. 7 of the ghouls incapacitated in what seemed like an instant. Rose turned her attention to the defiantly grinning vampire and the remaining 3 ghouls with him. She drew the 2 pistols from around her waist a second time and spinning toward them, sharing them with the remaining loaded bullets. The vampire evaded the projectiles by using the remaining ghouls as shields. Out of bullets, Rose drew her Templar sword and swung it in the direction of the vampire's neck in one fluid motion, seeking to decapitate it. The next instant, the high-pitched screech of metal against metal filled the air. The vampire had drawn its own weapon from inside the black garment. It met Rose's blade in midair. The 2 swords locked against one another, filling the air with sparks and leaving them in a stalemate reminiscent of the previous night's battle. I'm impressed at how unfazed you seem fighting against those ghouls, the vampire said, teeth bare but with a slight curl to its lips. I expected a woman to at least hesitate, or human, to at least hesitate when being forced to fight their own kind. They ceased to be my kind the moment you drank their blood. They're nothing but soulless puppets now. Why should I hesitate against them? The creature inclined its head almost respectfully at that. You certainly think like a vampire hunter. The sound of metal against metal continued to reverberate throughout the area, drinking the blood of the ghouls had allowed the vampire to become even stronger than the previous night. Its once crippled right arm had already healed and regained its original form. Even so, Rose met it without any sign of straying, the strength matching that of the fell creature before her. Rah! The loud war cry split the air, startling both combatants, and a third figure suddenly burst onto the scene. The charging figure was dressed in an army uniform and brandished a silver sword. It was Alphonse. Catching the vampire off guard, he slashed at his side. Having no experience with the weapon itself, it was a shallow attack, and the damage it dealt far from lethal, but it was enough to break the stalemate. Seizing the opening, Rose forcefully knocked the vampire's sword out of the way, and in one flowing motion slashed horizontally from its exposed chest to its left arm. A crimson gout of blood arced from the wound, splashing the cobblestones. Something also sheared off from within the vampire's garments and flew into the air. The vampire clutched his chest in pain, but it was clear that her attack had only grazed it. It seemed that once again the creature's preternatural speed had saved it from mortal injury. Eyes darting from one to the other, it backed away with an audible "It looks like the odds are stacked against me. I will retreat for today," it said, its outline growing dim, for it turned to mist and vanished into nothingness. After a moment of heavy silence, Alphonse sheathed his sword, staring at the spot where the vampire had previously been. He got away again. Finally looking at him, Rose let out a sigh of disbelief. "Why did you come?" Hearing the coldness in her voice, Alphonse lost his composure. He seized her shoulders in his hands. "Of course I came," he yelled. "What were you thinking trying to find him on your own? It's too dangerous to take him on without help." Her cool blue eyes locked with his. "Dangerous? For me? Do you honestly believe that?" she asked. Her face was as mask-like as ever, but her tone had dropped from chilly to downright glacial. It had a cooling effect on Alphonse's anger. He took a half step back and looked at her from top to bottom. Illuminated by the light of the moon, he could see that she was covered in gore. He released her shoulders and stared down at his own hands. They too were now wet with blood from touching her. And yet, there was not so much as a scratch on her whole body. The filth cover entirely belonged to the ghouls she had defeated. "I'm a vampire hunter, and this is not the first vampire I've hunted. I've killed more of them than you could possibly imagine." Alphonse couldn't deny what she was saying. He had seen for himself the skill and grace she had shown when mercilessly slaying all of those ghouls, unmoved by the fact that they were once human. She had been an artist in battle, and the sword her paintbrush. What he had witnessed was beyond his comprehension. A struggle between monsters rather than human beings. That was why he could do nothing but stand and watch at first, unable to intervene. He was lost for words. Rose broke the silence with a short, frosty laugh. "Al, I have no further need of your assistance. I suggest you forget all about this and return to your ordinary life." She then gave a respectful curtsy, much like the one she had when they first met. So ends the chapter. And so with that said and done, and with a whole wild world or wild land to explore, next episode we've got most of the way through our kind of quests, as we'll be finishing off, it seems, the first section of our field study next time. Chapter 3 really continues now. Our exam's done and more. As we bring you more Trails of Cold Steel next time. I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.